but it is something that needs to be managed. You can't get too tilted, and this is a high-stakes game. I imagine the energy is going to be running high again. Into the pistol round, it's PARIVISION on their CT side, and a fast-paced push out of the A main.
Very quick as ECSTATIC. However, they're nowhere near the site just yet. Xelo in a powerful possession. You get to see him dropping the bomb carrier. Syra close by, but AW gets a much-needed headshot, and now Unlela, amidst the chaos, you could actually still go for the wraparound. I feel like this is such a good decision to make, but, you know, Xelo and AW will absolutely be aware of it. There we go, and Unlela spotting out both players. TMB, the Glock in hand. This is such an awkward gunfight to have for the T players, as I feel like their headshot angles should be favoring the CTs. Oh, they're just peeking in, but not really fully committing just yet.
Oh, I teed up Unlela as the one to watch, and here in the pistol round would be where you expect him to shine. They don't have many options here. The problem is the bomb's in no man's land. It's good timing out of Cassillo. Will catch out the superstar, leaves it down to TMB, and Cassillo, my God.
What a surprise. Guns for $1 yet again. Not tired? Stop wasting time and money on junk. With Hellcase, your inventory will turn into a fairy tale. Be smart like the terrorist.
And yeah, super glue was the job, and then it came undone, and then it was duct tape. And then my lovely girlfriend bought me a new one for my birthday. Oh, bad nade. Very bad nade.
Bad nade, bad. But so is the current setup from PARIVISION. It is not going to do anything, and it will allow ECSTATIC to at least secure the bomb plant, which absolutely that's something you do. And if you're on the T side, you know, playing it safe is in fact disastrous. You got to push forward, and that's exactly what we're seeing from ECSTATIC. They're given so much free reign, and PARIVISION, it feels like they don't even know from which sides they should be looking at it, because ECSTATIC has completely warmed the sights.
Dream to get this one cooking. HE into main does a little bit of damage, nothing too substantial. Jane was hoping for a little bit more, because one bullet with that scout could finish one off. There's Nota, big early pick.
And sadly, even the pop-up player can't really react in time just because of that smoke grenade, but Syra and company, they're already moving in. I'll be glad to know that the pop-up player is also joining the fight. And so far, for the CTs, you got Xelo finding a big frag. Also, take the point of Belchanok, who's making a big flank all the way from the B bomb side. And with that bomb being dropped now, Belchanok has a really good chance of at least getting one. There we go. That's not taken care of. And now James can still find some impact, but there's Unlela from main. Belchanok's position is compromised, so he should be going down. But Unlela, that 5-7 headshot could be lethal. Oh, it is!
Oh no, not like this. We wanted a contentious game. We wanted 3 maps, but I wasn't expecting it to be a roller coaster from the get-go, a 1v1. And we'll watch it from the point of view of Belchanok. 1 point of health to separate these two players. We're dealing with 12 and 13, so a single bullet from either would do the trick. And Asira taps in the digits. Belchanok's going to use that as his cue to work his way forward. Timing everything, spots the feet, but fancies putting the bullet in the head instead. Beauty out of Belchanok as he'll pull off 3. Massive clutch.
Okay. This is going to be ECSTATIC maybe with a faster play. I'd love to see it. Oh, okay. Noda moves in first. Still close by, but oh man, he's losing a bunch of HP from pop-out. James is chiming in.
It's huge.
Oh, still, that's such a huge frag. And the pop-out player, yeah, TMB just keeps on spamming, but not able to connect with a frag.
It was so important that James found that first shot, just gave Cassillo a little bit of room to maneuver around the red train towards Con, and here it is again, right? It expands a little far out, so yeah, Belchanok's just able to slip through, as will his teammate. With the bomb beeping away, ECSTATIC have really got a chance here. AW catches an easy one.
It's already looking really good for PARIVISION. Unlela is in a bit of an off position. That could work. Oh, Jane. Wallbang after wallbang. He's been quite successful at these B bomb side retakes, and
after losing the second round. Sierra up close. Okay, a little bit better. PARIVISION aggression isn't allowed to work this time. Ooh, very nice.
see some more of that Christo magic. But maybe it won't be necessary. Especially now, at a 2v5 like this, I feel like they have such a substantial edge moving forward. James, though, is still alive. Molly's effective that much, but yeah, he has been smoked off as well. Tries to retreat. TMB spots him out. ECSTATIC have slowed down the pace just a little bit. Meanwhile, you can see they're already gearing up for the bomb plant. James unable to get that kill. TMB survives, and Bilchanok is, even saving that single and 4 would be quite okay. But he's still expecting one of the CT to take a close look on Ivy, and well. Syra 1. Just the one now. The molly could be enough. Oh, and Lela is there. And now you can see this is looking like such a solid hit from ECSTATIC. Meanwhile, I say it, and James and a WB respond. And so there is a bit of a chance for PARIVISION to get back into this.
Good nade. Jay knows that was bang on the money. C4 is going to be planted, and a re-smoke into Ivy does delay the retake. James, not really with the tool for the job. Reaggressing out of Con. It's a lovely shot out of Christo, and I think that's probably enough to force PARIVISION back. Open the M4.
The two guys on A and one looking towards Ivy, but instead we're seeing the usual 3-man setup and one towards Ivy. But look at the pace coming out from ECSTATIC again. Bunch of util deployed. This time they catch Syra off guard. Such a great play right now, giving a huge advantage for PARIVISION.
It just pokes the bleeding here. The last couple of rounds, it's been ECSTATIC that have found these early entries. This time it's the CTs, and it goes untraded. Not like here in main. There's not a lot he can do about it. With a minute 20 and options, I mean, Casillo's got an incendiary. If he wants to deploy it, Nut is in a whole world of hurt, and they seem to be pretty aware that he could be here. Flashbang in. Oh no! That's brilliant from TMB. They know that the second's there as well. There's no escape for Nota. How on earth do ECSTATIC flip this on its head? It's back into a 3-on-3, and anyone's for the taking. A timing game through the smokes. Ooh. And TMB, have they just crossed places? They have. What is going on?
There we go. He's gonna pounce. Right now, I feel like they gotta abandon all hope on the A side. ECSTATIC look towards greener pastures on the B side, and you can see Christo is already in a powerful position. That is a very deep molly. Bilchanok is not aware. And so it's Christo to take a frag. He's just gonna keep on pushing deeper and deeper. But the one problem I see is that I don't think the bomb's planted for him. So that could get awkward pretty quick right now. Nut.
Is it on the right hand side of the
player.
train? I think it is. I think he might have a sightline on it.
Ooh, I hope so.
That explains Nut's post plant a little bit here too, but AW just kept guessing. I mean, they're clearing out every corner, scratching their heads, going, are they really over towards the right? Because now it isn't planted for them, you're right. But such little time on this bomb, PARIVISION aren't even going to tap it. Smoke will come over, molly up close. Casillo can still play behind the box. Looks like ECSTATIC want to burst out for an AX there.
That's a great frag from Casillo. I'm always a big fan of that position. TMB now getting as close as possible. That smoke grenade is blocking off his vision. AW, easy frag, spins around 180. Wow, that was one way to demolish that push. Some really solid positioning from the PARIVISION players. If worst comes to worst, they could always make them swift rotations on the B bomb site, as now 40 seconds remaining. Noda with one of the last smoke grenades on a side. Ooh, that's already a big dink. And now it's Cielo again in the same position. He's not being checked. Of course he'll have an easy time getting one. Not two, however. Okay, the second is also there as his teammates back him up, and Lonesome Christo remains. Basically, yeah, opting on T-side train is, I feel like, such a hassle, especially when the A-side, mainly, you know, those exits come down to using a bunch of the smoke grenades, flashes, and whatnot. Nice shot from Christo. Why is he giving a second chance? Whatever. He ends up dying in the process.
There's no time, there's no space for anything like that here for ECSTATIC. They need to string a few together. Start.
Okay, looking pretty good. ECSTATIC, not too bad, but the fact is, Bilchanok, he's moving in so quickly, and Nut is being pressured from all sides. He's trying to survive because he knows Syra is moving in, but I think it's too late. That's it. PARIVISION have control of the site, and of course, they know that Syra is moving in. Yeah, they know his position as well. And just like that, Belchinok ends it with a triple.
Sierra behind the red train. Incendiary in hand. He's got 2 angles to keep an eye on, and he should have seen the head poke over the left. Oh, no, he doesn't deploy it. Oh, he might not get the opportunity now. Does still find one.
All right, at least he gets the one. But you can see ECSTATIC now in a whole lot of trouble. Belchinok, headshot angle. He's got to be so careful about these smoke grenades because you may never know who's on the other end, let alone how many. Lela going for a bit of a spam just in the nick of time, but still not enough damage. And for PARIVISION, at least we're going to see a bomb plant. But obviously no kit on the side of ECSTATIC. They're just looking for frags, and I kind of feel like Team B could find one. So much good damage on Jame. Sadly, that won't be enough. And Crystal from behind, that's a big one. Now opening up the round. Belchinok finding one AW, responding as well. They're inflicting so much damage on these team players, so much that it's still not going to be enough. As Crystal, last man standing, yeah. Oh, will be gunned down as well. 30 seconds. I mean, this has to be the full send from PARIVISION. Syra, wow, that is a really good flashbang, forcing him out of position, but he still has backup. Gonna keep on spraying. And Syra, oh, another beautiful headshot. AW is getting close, but yeah, this is not looking good. Oh no, it's looking bad. Oh, nice shot at least on one from AW. They've only amassed those couple of rounds on the first half, but CT side, it's a different beast. Stoke, see him with the sniper rifle. Ooh, that's such a nice angle.
Aggressive. He was the superstar in the last that needs to step up big again here as the smoke starts to fade. Fights to come his way. Brilliant support flash, but it's only one. Casillo on the fast trade. He's tagged down low though. Numbers maintained in ECSTATIC's favor. 20 seconds to tick. The bomb is miles away from a site. And I think PARIVISION have already pulled the plug on this, but they need to be careful. Dying after time here would be absolutely disastrous. And TMB realizes it. He is hungry for these kills, and he's not going to peek out until that clock expires. 3 seconds left. And maybe this is where he then goes for the swing. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
He will go down. He will go down, but I like the attempt.
The one thing I want to see is Jane finding some impact with the AWP, but again, I feel like, you know, either you find some of that impact initially, or it can only happen in a post-plant. Speaking of which, though, initially it is Christo to find that opener, but Christo goes down. And of course, if you're PARIVISION, you know on the other end, we can recover an AWP, and that's, well, you could say, what? Double up setup on T-side? Well, I still think it could come in handy.
This is really bizarre, but I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Very aggressive out of Christo. It does merit him that first, and a bit of information. You see the adaptation from ECSTATIC here. They've got 2 players coming in on the flank, so they'll let this plant go down, but the retake should be cooking, and it is already setting the backside on fire. TMB ends up with 2. And as all the attention's being pulled away, that's where Analele can pounce. He'll come in for the back lines and double up himself. Sierra not needed. And that double AWP, actually.
I think those might have been like 3 nades in A main. Barely any damage, though. Again, Christo.
Number 20. Belchinok the first to drop. ECSTATIC, surely not. They were looking down and out of this game. It felt like a lost cause. But their map pick coming into fruition. We're starting to realize why they chose Train, because their T side is locked and loaded with all these little pocket strats, and the execution out onto the B side. They've not spotted Nut, but the timing's brilliant. Jame Nota to draw the numbers back into the 3-on-3. Christo can't stick around, needs to wait for the cavalry to arrive. And whilst he sees the creep up the ladder onto the train, he can't fire off the shot. Analele needs to be the difference maker. Sierra in the back burner on the flank. But how long can they wait for him here? See smoke start to fade. AW's in prime position. Oh, the timing's everything here.
And time in general. There's barely any left for the remaining ecstatic players. They gotta give this one up. I feel like AW keeps on spraying. And as we can see, yeah, there's barely any time remaining. So PARIVISION, a huge victory. They take it to the round. Oh gosh, 20 seconds. It's James time, all right. Nut. Oh, completely blinded. Unlele, at least he's able to snatch 2 big frags to make it a third. AW will get that bomb planted. James this time is posted much more further back, but he knows someone has to move in. The problem is, though, they're definitely moving in, but on the site, 3 players, in fact, and James, I mean, he knows he's just got to give up at this point. It's not really worth it for the fight.
He's done. He doesn't want it. He'll hold on to the AK. He's looking at the money. He's trying to calculate it as the in-game leader that's got to call the shot as to whether or not they buy into the next. The Static are pushing for 10 rounds here. Christu with the AWP. PARIVISION, interestingly, only going for the half investment around the saved AK.
Ooh. Interesting. Yellow. Oh! Oh!
No.
That's insane from Cielo. Oh, okay, this time he will be stopped, but honestly, he's already done more than enough. And PARIVISION have a really good chance right now. Nut, look at this as well. Big dink, massive dink. Oh my goodness, are Ecstatic really gonna crumble to just the pistols?
And Lele tries not to, but only good for the one. Nota on the instant trade, and a 3 versus 1 required out of Christu. This would be magical if he can pull it off, and he has seen the head. He's realized that AW hasn't spotted him, but the scope, the sound cue will give him away. Cover blown, and now he's got to do this on hard mode. Does find the spacing, and he'll catch the first, but walking straight into the waiting crosshair of the Deagle. Has to jump up on top of the side of the train. The pathing here from Christu has been brilliant, and he connects for another. Smoke has to go on the bomb, and he needs to just hold this defuse. There's no time to take the jewel. Nota's going to start slashing, but the knife's missing!
Oh!
And how on earth does Christu pull that off? A ridiculous clutch at a ridiculous time, and Ecstatic are still going here on train.
Cielo finding those 2 frags early on, then the commitment on the B bomb site where they're gunning down people with Tech 9s across the map. Oh no, that is just awful. And look at TMP go. He's got a renewed level of confidence. And PARIVISION, oh boy, they're sweating.
If there is ever a confidence booster that's needed, it was that right there. Christu has given them a lifeline that maybe they deserved, to be fair. But Ecstatic are back into their element and back to winning ways. It's a 4v2. The AK will whiff, and PARIVISION looking down in the dumps after they've fumbled the easiest opportunity to close out this map. And now it's looking like overtime's written in the stars. Another plant here will give them some extra money. Leaning towards the B side of things, but time and time again, they've been shut down by the Christu Nut combo. And they'll be tested one last time here. Nut 1 for 1. Christu needs to deliver. And here come the rotations. Big shot.
Oh, this could actually change it up
It's
completely,
huge.
but it's again Christo. How is he still hitting shots? Cielo, ooh, up close. Gets it against TMP. This is quite doable to date.
Oh, no.
How is he still alive, Casello? One white swing could do it. Oh, or Christo with a pistol can also accomplish it. I kind of feel like that's probably going to have to be it. I don't see a world in which they could actually now bounce back. The mental reset, I don't know, it could happen if they somehow just win an amazing clutch or...
No.
Or have one of their individuals pop off. AW, that's a good start, but won't be good enough, despite how close he was. 3v3 ensues. TMB, that's a sound cue, but won't get anything out of it. James Nade connects. All right, there's still a chance for PARIVISION at 3v2, but TMB is sneaking past. Is he going to be aware of James, though? He has actually pushed up Ivy a few times, James, and has just instantly backed away. TMB seems to be kind of aware of it, and he catches James off guard.
Oh, Nota. He's going for the default plant and realizes Belchanok's position. He's got to accompany it. Was down to a 2v2. It was a massive double out of Sierra earlier on, but it doesn't materialize into a round win. Not just yet. Nutnut's awareness is perfect. With Belcher not gone, it's a clutch required out of Nota. He's here towards heaven, but so many angles to clear and not a lot of time to do so. Both players with kits and a fair bit of util. They can get a smoke on the bomb and just try and commit to this defuse while the other plays protect the president. Nutnut from the site. Goes down. Nota, this is brilliant. TMB just doesn't have time. He'll get a nade in, but knows that the round's a lost cause. It does good damage, but it won't mean anything. As here in OT.
ECSTATIC still need to keep their head in the game.
Ooh.
Finally, the bombardment works wonderfully as James definitely wanted to go for the early peak. And that's always the scary part of a main. I feel like you may never know when the opponents will just chuck in 3 nades in your direction. Speaking of nades, forget about them. Look what's happening with the rifles. Casello and company moving quickly. Belchina quick on the trigger. And that is the B-bomb site under PARIVISION's domain.
Yeah, too many rounds now. Christo's gone for that path. And, of course, this time they just pre-fire him. Won't be given the opportunity with the AWP. Of course, this is a retake that StarLadder will go for, but one that they are not favored within. Belchinok, once again, caught out here, getting aggressive into the CT spawn. This time not Nutnut, it's Analele instead. Double up close to connector. Bears fruits as Casillo spins around. Could be the answer they need. It's back into the B site, and Christo doesn't pull the trigger. Belchinok finds Nutnut, but Christo is back to business. A 3rd kill found, a massive whiff out of Casillo. And Christo eventually will go down to the nade, but it's Analele's 2nd sniper that wasn't anticipated that now starts doing damage. StarLadder won't go down without a fight here on the CT side. They will take a single here in OT.
It's just been the utility usage, but none of the players have been spotted. That's a good reason why Excello decides to come back. Oh, just in the nick of time as well. As right about now, ECSTATIC, they will have control of the A side. Luckily, even though PARIVISION did make that over-rotate, Nota, that is such a great position. I'm surprised that Syra was planting it for connector, even though they had no presence of that area of the map. And now you can see 35 seconds remain. Christo with a great shot on one. And now at 30 seconds, this is getting awkward for the T side. They need to get as close as possible. James is just waiting. The problem is, the longer the T's wait, it gives a chance for Belchinok to get in position. Oh my gosh, they have a player in Pop Dog already. Can you get that bomb planted? I think the answer is a big no. And PARIVISION, what a great win. 40 seconds, Christo is just going to start deploying utility over the A-bomb site, but they need to show some players as well, some flesh, to keep those CTs guessing whether this is the B-bomb site or not. Oh, TMB has snuck past through connector. Belchinok has no idea.
Oh, Belchinok won't be able to catch him on the cross. This round was looking like a bit of a lost cause, but StarLadder have played it to perfection. The positioning is just too strong. And PARIVISION with a 2-man disadvantage. It's overtime. There's no real reason to save. They'll have a buy in the next regardless. But they realize that there is no chance at this round. The bomb's already halfway gone. And AW stuck behind the smoke. The best he can expect is damage, and he will receive it. But it will be 15-14. We'll go down to the wire again. The StarLadder just unrelenting here on train. That timer was ticking, and they didn't have a lot of map control. I was starting to worry.
I was quite surprised to note that none of the players on the CT side heard it. Casello, well, this is what he does when the going gets tough. Casello will move in for frags. Oh, the flashbang is too good, but at least Nota is able to snatch one. Still a 4v4, and he can still maintain a forward position on A main.
It's a bit of a fumble from Nutnut there to die to the molly, but yeah, once they had the early info, Casillo was burning in the flames. Sierra's dealt with it well. That's the biggest piece gone. 25 and 20, and the superstar rifler has to sit back and watch this round unfold from his chair. Christo with an important shot onto Nota, pulls the numbers in their favor. A minute on this clock. And whilst we haven't seen too many of these A executions, it might be what's on the cards right here. An important fight from Belchinok to win, but an instant trade back out of TMB. And now there's room. Now there's options. Jane rotating over. AWP in hand. Doesn't get the opportunity. Sees the head poke over. TMB needs to maintain this map control because the bomb's coming to join him. Flash deep. Jame has to turn. Big flick. No shot. Trade back. Perfect. And it's all onto AW to clutch this up.
Using the ladder to his advantage as well. But Christo, yeah, he's got a really good angle. Doesn't really have to peek. All he's got to do is just wait for Siren to get in position, and he'll have a good sight line on AW.
But the fight's into main. Christuzor won't get an opportunity yet. As he evades the HEs, Casillo playing on the boxes. Sierra needs to be careful. Relays the information. Now the AWP can get on the angle, but doesn't catch Casillo on the cross. Whilst he does have support, if he falls without too much damage here, it could be problematic. Molly onto Casillo's position. What is he doing? He's just waiting for someone to peek, and they're more than happy for him to burn to the flames. Jame, AW, and Nota will make sure that their teammates' death is not in vain as PARIVISION mop things back up. Casillo, the only casualty.
Can allow those team players to move in if they want to. But you can see ECSTATIC gonna try to go for the run boost. Didn't see a damn thing. Now it's Nota to try and play aggressive at A-mid. It feels like they're, changing things up. It's either Nota or Casillo moving in fast. But James is also quick on the trigger, and that is the second player to go down.
Oh, look at the timing on that. James blinded, wiped out. TMB follows up with a nade. Needs to make sure he doesn't poke out too wide. Molly won't clear the full corner. Still the numbers lean in PARIVISION's favor, and if Christu overextends to find this kill, then the man on top of the train, that's Casillo, will shut him down. So realizing that is not a duel he wants to take, starts to dial it back in a little bit. It's a real shame they do have a molly, but it's on Alalele. I'm not sure why he doesn't deploy it here, to be honest. They know AW's still in the corner.
Yeah.
Still, yeah, no intention of sending off this Molotov. Instead, they're going to do it with a flashbang. Big kill on Alalele, but there's the trade.
Casillo getting caught out. 25 seconds. They don't seem to be aware of Nota's positioning, which is quite good for him. Belchanok close by. Oh, Christo missing that shot. You knew he's going to be a goner. Now with 15 seconds, TMB recovers the bomb, but yeah, a player in red train as well as camera. Maybe he can get a bomb plant, but really, oh, he's just gonna book it towards B, but there's no time. Yeah, nice try.
Yeah, he thought he did. He's off by a second. That's a bit of a shame on the timings. Not gonna matter too much economically. We're here in OT, but
I mean, fair enough. If you are sitting at the computer all day, you gotta change up your the way you're sitting, from time to time. It's a good readjustment, which is satisfying for James because he tries to make a bit of a readjustment to his own right. Oh, Belchanok, so good on the spray. Already found a couple, so this should just cement victory for PARIVISION. Oh my gosh, they have no idea. Belchanok, yeah, they've lost him. And Incendiary and Smoke. Oh. I mean, Belchanok has already inflicted, 350 points of damage?
Nah, it's not going to have any major relevance.
No, I think the damage is already done. And Syra, nice try, but it's still quite low HP.
And if Casillo had missed the shot, it would have been all done and dusted instead. He's now tagged down low. Sierra spamming the shots through. Casillo's apprehensive to fire off for himself. Sierra is going to run through and he lands the head. 15 seconds. Belchanok now scared, shaking behind the blue train. Sierra's got time to recover this bomb. Belchanok just doesn't want to give him the opportunity for the fight. He'll tap it, force out the peak. Belchanok not giving him anything. And with 3 seconds left, Sierra adjusts. It's another clutch. What is happening here? There should have been no world with the bomb down on the site that they allow him to isolate that into 2 1v1s. They hand it to him on a silver platter, and PARIVISION, this is surely where they start to crumble. Back onto the T side. Brilliant entries out of ECSTATIC. The trades are there, and we're back into a 2-on-2. Christu shuts it down, as will Alalele, and we're tied back up 17 apiece. ECSTATIC, my God.
Again, TMB has a lot of information of the A main, but this could be deceiving. Spots out AW. Goes for the swing, but AW, I think, is in the more better position. Doesn't matter. Jade, though, moves in from behind. Big frag found. This will force Cristo to back away. 10 seconds. Meanwhile, boost. Oh, this could be good.
Oh, no.
Casello finding frag. Not. There we go. He's got the high ground for one. Maybe a couple more, but Belcherok is close by. He will, of course, expect another player. That's one going down. Cristo as well. Whoa, I'm surprised PARIVISION win it out. I mean,
In fact, barely does anything. Oh, that's massive! Out of nowhere through the smoke, Analele takes the double. I think we're still going here, Danny.
I think we should. I think we will. TMB getting close, but 2v3 and Lele keeps on spamming with that lucky gun of his. And right now, he might even catch No Tough Guard, but Nota's got the awareness. Cristo is still good for the sniper, and Casello has been finding loads of impact for PARIVISION. And sure, ECSTATIC has been winning some amazing clutches, but maybe it's time for Casello to show us whether he can win a clutch of his own.
We have had absolute cinema here on Train, a map worthy of a grand finals. And you could somewhat call it that. The last team to be bagging themselves a spot in the main event. They're both hungry for the LAN opportunity. Casello, how hungry is he? A 2v1 with 20 seconds left. He's got the bomb on his back and he needs to break this down into bite-sized chunks, but not. Of course, the fire won't cause him any problems, but we'll confirm that they're not going for a peek anytime soon. Flashbang means that they will. Cristo connects the shot. Will they expect another in the corner? I expect the answer's no, because on the repeat, Belcherok's in for a nasty surprise.
Wouldn't be surprised if TMB might even just push through that smoke and win popped up. But I feel like Cristo will make the call first and foremost. There we go. A player being legged. Nut is there as a finisher, or the nade can also do his job for him. Nut coming in. That is all up to Lonesome Casello, and he is just being gunned down.
Eats the nades as he tries to go for an aggressive position here in main. They'll be aware this is a possibility. Look for the timing. Out. And alongside the push from Long Dog, Belcherok ends up with a double entry. And Sierra's got a lot on his plate here.
Damn. You can see those team players really close by. Some really solid positions, like they should be able to dismantle ECSTATIC and their puny attempt at a retake. Cristo, though, nice shot. Love the fact that Casello just responds instantly. Siren and Nut are still alive, and right now, it is Siren that's causing a lot of headache. He's trying to move in, knows the positioning of Casello. There we go, Nut is able to find one. The retake is definitely on. That smoke deployed on the bomb. AW and Nota just waiting for a sound cue, waiting, and now it has happened, and this time Nota will not miss. Doesn't need a knife to finish off the job.
It's back the other way from PARIVISION, tied up at 19 apiece. TMB looking to get close and aggressive. I think he will be taking a fight soon here towards Long Dog. Sierra's found first blood elsewhere. TMB would be happy to go 1-for-1 here. The molly's deployed. Nota's looking the other way. Oh, man. Things go from bad to worse. TMB smokes it and escapes. No chance for the trade from Belcherok. That is a brilliant start from ECSTATIC.
Is that TMB on the other side of the smoke? Yeah. Oh, some good timing for him, but unable to pounce on it. Belcherok. Yeah, there we go. Big frag found. No. Oh, it's definitely on.
For a hit onto the A site that's just not coming. PARIVISION have pulled the plug. They're headed elsewhere. The fast rotations through connector, though, is what makes this map CT-sided. And the AWP, unfortunately, misses. Double setup here for the retake. Not really what you want, but the HP is kind of what they have to stick with. And it means Nut's M4 has to go huge. Belcherok creeping in from behind. They anticipate it, but it's not going to matter. He'll double down. It's not quite the ace, but a 4K. Honestly, those three have. In fact, all five have. AW was what held it together in regulation. He was putting up the big numbers early. He was got a little bit quiet here in OT. And another opportunity taken by Casello. Pushes himself onto 35 kills, by the way. Well, they're on the back foot and they're playing for OT4.
Belcherok going aggressive. Actually surprised with Not a lot of damage dealt on him, but now he's so aware what's happening with the wide swing, and he has Nota as backup. The remaining players are yet to make their move on the side. Crystal goes down, TMP with one response, but PARIVISION.
See him back. There were rumors of it. Zero straight out of main. Oh my goodness. Why doesn't this come a little bit sooner? Comes into his element, out of main. Time to get back to his shenanigans. He's been a beast in these kind of scenarios. Catch the timing. Oh, no, he won't. Nut's ready. Analele with another. James left by himself. We're not done yet, Danny. PARIVISION are going to fumble yet another map point. And it didn't feel like anyone did anything particularly wrong.
Yeah.
It was just that lifeline adrenaline kicking in for STATIC again. And showing us more.
Honestly, not even gonna call it a fumble. I feel like they just played okay PARIVISION. It's just that Syra out of nowhere found some amazing openers, and then we saw the commitment of the B bomb side. Belchenok allowing those few players to walk past him for the sake of maybe getting a freebie. If they don't look at him, but they sure do. And now, ECSTATIC will be just one round away from equalizing the scoreline once again, giving us another set of overtime if we have to go there.
Still out. Oh my god. Zero's ready. That's huge.
Wow. It was given a lot of free roam there. Oh no. It is all falling apart once again for PARIVISION. James, you have to save the team, man. Oh no, it's just not gonna happen. And it will be another round of overtime, because of course it will. Yeah, Excel's positioning just simply wasn't good enough to try and stop those players pushing out of A main. And now on Lelet, okay, he does go down. Belchenok, oh, give it a chance, but again, he's just so low in HP. They know his position. I don't know. He'll give it a shot at least.
Oh, no, Danny.
Oh, no way! Belchenok, can he win an amazing 1v4? He's expecting the players to be in connector, and he's oh so right about it. And Belchenok, he might just move in quickly, but Syra is there to save the day.
All pound on James again. He's been a superstar. He's found 32 kills. He needs more hit. He'll have the opportunity to do so. Sierra again out of main. Oh my god. Oh my god, Sierra. It's just the one this time.
You know, he had his crosshair placement on the player, believing he's going to be there, and he was so right. Belchenok, oh no, is usually the only line of defense on the B bomb side, and with him going down, AW will follow shortly. But not yet. TMB from behind. I mean, AWB. I mean, you got players up above him, right behind him, and now right in front. TMB. Oh, I can't believe he actually comes out on top. That's actually quite sick. But the remaining two players need to bust their way out of connector. And I mean, those long-range fights will favor the T side all day, all week. And PARIVISION, yeah, not wanting to lose their weapons, will try to save them. Even though it's OT and they start the rounds with $10,000, money can still be an issue if you end up losing.
Get that AWP out. Understands the assignment. Belchenok with the run boost. Fast on the angle. Beats the molly. Should be an easy kill onto Analele. It will be. That's a great start, but it's Sierra again out of main to draw blood. PARIVISION can't find any bandages because Sierra has hidden them all. And he's still smashing heads. Oh my god.
Belchenok, he's done it time and time again. He might just do it one more time near them. So there's a great chance for bomb plant, or maybe no way they're going connector. No,
they've got the wrong read. They've got the wrong read completely, and James not in a position to take this fight either. So he's not going to hear the bomb until it's actually planted, and then by going in for the individual fight, it leaves Belchenok on an island. He needs an ace clutch to get this one over the line, and they've overcooked it. They've overcooked it completely. STATIC get to just walk into the B site. They get an easy kill onto James, who whiffs his jewel. And whilst Belchenok was ready for the angle that Sierra took, and STATIC, this is where now I think they'll create these opportunities. This is where now we might finally see them with a map point. Oh, Sierra stopped this time.
Yeah, Syra has had that route used by him more than a couple times, and admittedly, it has been successful at least for a single frag, and sometimes even two, but this time he gets nothing out of it. Now you can see some of the players on ECSTATIC have slowed it down completely. Even though Cristo is with the sniper rifle, I don't really see him engaging with opponents anytime soon. I feel like we might even see the smokes deployed first and foremost, and then they're going to move into sight, just like they've done in the past. And Belchinok is here. Not only is he close by, he has the backup of Jane, but like I said, that's the reason we're seeing those smokes deployed. Two of them, maybe even a couple. ECSTATIC now entering the bomb site. Now we're starting to see the rotation from PARIVISION. Belchinok and Jane both looking at the same angle. It's not bad because they're able to shut down one. There's nothing on the top of the trains, but he somehow gets two.
Oh no! Christu saw the head poking over the smoke, but can't connect for it. It's just him and TMB, both so low on health. TMB's gone. A slim chance in this round remains. He has to go and recover the bomb that's been left behind in the brown halls. He'll go and grab it. He'll drop the smoke, but Casillo spamming through. PARIVISION will at least take one on their CT side. It looks like Casillo's being left hanging on the fist bump. For an AWP bullet to the chest. There's Nota. Flashbang at the ready. Jumps across. Analele doesn't pull the trigger, but he knows he's been seen. And information will be relayed. He can't stick around. Doesn't want to overstay his welcome. Cyril will look for the timing. And as he swings, there'll be two teed up. As another multi-kill goes his way. He'll make it a third. Swaps out to the USP. But Analele is there with the sideline support. Cyril will finish the job with another 4K. And again.
And PARIVISION might be setting themselves up for the potential B play. We're seeing some of the smokes deployed. So, of course, they're expecting counter utility because it's happening so early. And of course, Cristo gets a frag. Look at Alele. Instead of backing away after getting the initial frag, he's gonna go in for more. He's gonna go for the spam. He'll get 1, 2, 3.
Oh!
We can count all day, and we can know the final number. It will be 25 for ECSTATIC, but until then, Jame, he wants to try, but let's be real. Those players, they know what's about to happen. Jame now. Oh gosh, so little time remaining. There's a player moving in from behind as well. He knows there's someone close by, but Syra gets it done. And finally, we end the madness that was the first map of Train.
Depending on where he spawns, depends on whether he goes for the long pick, whether or not he's trying to fight mid, whether or not he goes for something aggressive up short. Big flash in, TMB, good for one. Christu, as the supporting piece is smoked off. Can't do a lot more than just tap through bullets, but he's dealing damage, making this a little bit easier for Nut and Analele on the B side.
Oh, Nut still. Good shots fired off at the USP. Yes, a second player to go down. Now it's all up to Nota. Ooh, Nut. Oh my gosh, he's gonna get a freebie on Nota. Wonder if he's gonna pull the trigger instantly. I guess just gonna wait a little bit longer. There we go, not too long though. Gets that frag, knows that middle is completely open, and now at 50 seconds, and obviously PARIVISION having no room across the map. Like, what can they do? There's also smoke in lower tunnels, Josh. They're wrecked.
Christu works his way up. Yeah, this is just ridiculous. They're just stuck. Now, the util will burn out, but with 25 seconds left, PARIVISION with no map control, stuck in mid. There's another smoke on the doors just to make matters worse. In fact, sorry, that's their smoke. That's to get them up into short. But there's just not enough time for this.
Wow. No, what? They're still committing on this. What? Whoa, guys, no, you're just gonna get absolutely wrecked. Cristo, he's got the angle.
Oh no!
What? Okay, this round's on. Lele looking at. Yeah, the only piece that's missing is Nut, but then again, they do have some really good positioning. That smoke, oh, that is such a lovely smoke. They can definitely use it to their advantage. With that flash, all they gotta do is just hold mouse one. You got Syra popping off, Cristo joining the fight, and now they're just gonna keep on pushing through the smoke. And this is what we were supposed to witness in the round prior. PARIVISION getting absolutely destroyed. AW, nice attempt.
The Static need to be ready for this. It's only Nut on the site.
Oh gosh, it's gonna happen quite quick. And Lele going down rapidly, and so does Nut. And that's the most scariest part. If your anchor is not able to find a single frag or two, like that's gonna be it for the round. PARIVISION have full control of the bomb site, and with it, a victory shall go their way. It's kind of frustrating as well now that I think of it, you know, in some of the earlier matches and maps we've casted. Oh, Jame, of course. I wanted to say that we don't really get to see that often, you know, the CTs, you know, going for those saves as much. But man, Dust 2, you know, it is really dissatisfying to see it play out like this because you have these bomb sites that are so far apart from one another. And usually, let's say the A side defense falls or the B side defense falls, then, you know, the players on the other side of the map will just try to save their guns. And yeah, it doesn't make for a very interesting spectacle. Syra, ooh, does drop down. He is now in a whole lot of trouble with free players. Looking at his position, Nut and his teammate TMB want to go for this. Oh, that's some great timing! Oh!
What a round for it. He's been a beast in this map so far. He's got a little bit quiet since round 2. Remember, he was 7-0 after round 2. He's found nothing since then, but a 4K rockets him back up to the top of the scoreboard. Zanalele left on the site, catches Casillo, trying to lurk to Gandalf. It's 4 on the board for a static, and I guess we'll see this on the replay. Nut.
Yeah, Syra has already made the call that, yeah, long is completely empty. This has to be a push on the B side. Nut, ooh, whips out the Molotov, maybe at the worst possible time, but it's not a big deal. Unlela is there, Nut being overwhelmed. And that's the problem. It felt like Unlela was doing all the heavy lifting and Nut just playing around with utility. Jame in the tunnels. It's a good position to be in. Oh, he looks away. That's certainly a great chance for Syra to move in the round. While the PARIVISION are so hyper-focused on double doors and window, you gotta see Syra pop off. There we go, he's gonna move in, get one. Jame has made the jump up. TMB should help him seal the deal. And now it's Lonesome Casello, low on HP, but Syra, he should win this out. All he needs, one good pre-aim. Oh no! Casello from down below.
Look at this from Sierra. This is super aggressive. They're expecting it though. They're just holding. Oh,
yeah.
Very close.
I think it's about time he gets punished, right? I mean, he was doing this exact same thing for, I don't know, the past 3-4 rounds in a row. And honestly, he hasn't been punished every single time, so it's about time. Those team players are so aware of it. Nut has been actually fragging out of his mind, so I guess it's for good reason. He wants to take the fight in middle. 40 seconds remain. Good timing. No, but he has the intel that a bunch of those players have made their way up short. Unlele has picked up the sniper, so now he's going to have to keep a close eye on the short position. It's such an awkward fight. Oh, it's even more awkward if you don't have your gun and you bring a knife to a gunfight. And not able to snatch two. Past Crystal looking long. This could be a good combo. Not losing a bunch of HP. Oh, he somehow stays alive. Christo is there, but it's Jame to land the shot. And now with 10 seconds, Christo...
What is going on? Nota's able to trade it. There wasn't even time for him to recover the bomb.
Have to fight tooth and nail to succeed. Right now, just a good spawn. Allowing PARIVISION to make their way out of long quite quickly is Syra. Ooh. Wow, I was kind of sure that he's just going to play Anti-Flash with TMB as backup. What's happening long? I didn't see just a full commitment to PARIVISION. Chinook with the Anti-Flash, just waiting for someone to move in. Unlela is so unaware. Wow, they're just getting gunned down. One of these players, one by one. Nut is also taking the hit.
They're going for a bit of aggression. They've taken control of the B tunnels as PARIVISION work their way down mid. They will be aware of this. The molly will cause TMB some problems. The spam's good, but damage back the other way. Oh, doesn't actually connect for all too much. Sierra struggling. It's been a bizarre start for Sierra and Belchinok, who were unbelievable at the end of Train. It really felt like just a 1v1 between those two, just constantly hitting ridiculous shots, finding crazy multi-kills. And here, they're both having a little bit of a quiet start to map 2. It's been Casillo and Nut on either side that have had that battle of the Titans. They've been taking the reins. Christo thinks he's got a good flank going, but he's missed the timing. They're already up short. Repeat into top middle. Oh, Christo will win it. The bomb's actually over towards B tunnels, so there's a world that Sierra could do some damage here and maybe still have a round to play for.
I can see that happening, but now those smoke grenades have been deployed. However, they have no idea of how close Nut is moving in. No one is keeping a close eye. The MP9, where
Oh
are the
God.
bullets going? They're just gone into the ether. However, Syra, Christo, frags found, Jame is nowhere to be seen on the scene. And now, oh, they're so aware of it as well. ECSTATIC, 15 seconds remaining. They're gonna expect Jame to be close, but not that close. And Christo, all he needs is just the one bullet, and ECSTATIC.
So a map down in the series. They need to reverse sweep this. AW. Man in front of the smoke, but can't stick around for long. Flashed in is very good, but it's only the one before being traded.
Gonna keep on moving forward. Gotta be so careful of that CT spawn smoke as well and any potential boost. That's why getting that bomb across is so dangerous and risky. But TMB though, prime position. I didn't even notice it, and nor did the CTs until it was too late. As TMB finds two, Nut as well. And Jame now left in such an awkward predicament. 1v4 against so many players, and I think... Come on. Do
Not
it, Jame.
a pistol round. Come on.
1v4. Oh! Nah.
This is a three-man stack on the B site. And leaves Casello by himself. He's wiped out instantly.
AW as well. That one flashbang, or even a couple, is more than enough to deter the long player from peeking any further. And that's the thing as well, you know, quite reminiscent of a map like Inferno. That bomb set falls, and a PARIVISION, even though it's a 4v5, technically it could work, but
right now, he's 3 and 10. He's having a hard time. B site's been left open. Belchanok takes contact. It's a nice kill onto TMB, but it opens the gap, and Sierra will close it real quick. Smoke onto the doors, and they've got free reign of the site. A 4v4, and the bomb's going to go down.
that's exactly the case. I mean, on the B bomb site, if you're able to get that smoke deployed on the double doors, that basically cements you the victory. It gets you the round if you're ECSTATIC. I like this as well. Unlele hearing the footsteps. Can he be rewarded? Oy, quite close, but not enough. Nota will survive with just 8 points of health. Yeah. The remaining players will just go on a save, which for PARIVISION, they decide to go for a bit of a turtle up setup on the A bomb site, you know, kind of neglecting the B bomb site in its entirety. Ooh. And right now they're trying to save the guns, but honestly, it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Maybe Excello could save that one rifle of his, but what was supposed to be a 4-man save, now you end up having Excello by his lonesome.
Big kills from Christo. Yeah, it looks like there was that kill at the end there. Excello's down to no money. Reinvestments will cost them. Will it cost them the round? By the looks of things, perhaps not, because Belchanok is back to firing on all cylinders. 2 big frags.
A position that you don't necessarily get to see operas on B side. Christo has some vision towards window, but I think if you're playing the B bomb set, you're not going to go for any of the peaks. Belchanok, wow. He already got himself 2 big frags in long, and instead of just, you know, playing safe in the pit, he's like, nah, you know, I've seen Cyrus do this. I could also give it a shot, and he sure does. But a third player going down, putting PARIVISION in a very winnable position, but Christo and TMB not giving up that easily. 30 seconds. Christo, ooh, what happened to AW?
Oh. I'm not sure, but it shouldn't matter all too much. TMB won't get anything more. We may see.
We'll have to see him play. We'll have to see him find that impact. Right now, he might actually find some more impact on the B side. Belchanok, whoa, still with the spray. Unable to press any other buttons apart from mouse 1. And just when he is needed. Okay, I was kind of hoping whether Belchanok is going to go aggressive like that, but apparently not. He's just taking a more forward position. Ooh, that's big. Nut finds an opener on the B-bomb side. Cello with the off angle though. Sarah tries to use it to his advantage, but nice flashes come in, and Cielo will still play aggressive. Double doors have been smoked. This could have been the opener ECSTATIC needed to get onto the B-bomb side, but now with Cielo's positioning, that is no longer an option.
Belchenok. A big piece to take out. He had a slow start, but he stepped up massively. In these last few rounds, a 4 versus 4 and 40 seconds left to tick. James got a good angle. He's got the AWP in hand. And a bit of util on his belt to work with as well. Support from AW if needed. They're going to go for the run boost. Timing is brilliant. Christou's out. And as the incendiary may delay the plant, it shouldn't stop it. James connects. That will. Pray for the best. Nut needs to play whack-a-mole. Heads poke over. Oh, can't quite connect.
I thought he got it. Now in Lelet, close by. Ooh. Readjusts his crosshair, thinking he already got the first guy, but apparently not. PARIVISION.
So that'll be his cue to start to work his way up. If he can catch the frag onto Nota, this may just make the round. But Nota delivers. Can't find a second, but neither will the AWP trade. And a 5v4. This would be huge. Oh my god. Oh my god, Nut. He knows there's a second here as well. Oh.
Oh, he's still alive. Not anymore, though. 40 seconds. Bomb plant looking good. Unlele from double doors. But Xello is close by. Sit down, Xello. Quite in the open. So a single flashbang would force him to try and retreat either direction. There you go. There's the flashbang right now. There's the peak. It's not too bad. He only ended up losing a single player. James is trying to get close. Ooh, that's some really significant nade damage. And again, we're seeing the full rotation from PARIVISION. They believe this is the A commit, and we know that's exactly it. 38 seconds, flashing long, Belchenok, Cielo, and it's all up to Christo out of nowhere. Positioning of Belchenok by the looks of it. But no, there's so little time remaining. He's gonna keep on walking, and James will get the better of him. Well, 13 to 10. That's how we ended on map 2.
As they start to walk up, there's a minute on this clock, and Nut just sat in pit, playing the head angle, knows he's got an advantage here, but as the flash comes over, the Glocks will close the gap, and the USPs need to be crisp. Sierra connects for a single, but Nut stuck on an island. He hasn't got the support. Sierra rocks up for more, but it's only a second. And with a man disadvantage, they've got to play in for the retake. Alalele's got Julies. TMB's got a bit of util. He's got no Kevlar and he's got no kit. There's not a lot to lose here. But I don't fancy their chances. PARIVISION have got all the cards.
Yeah, positioning is quite good. I mean, to flush out these players out of pit without any utility, it's going to be quite difficult. The smoke grenade? Well, not going to be that effective. Unlele moving in as quickly as he can, but those team players are just not giving him anything to work with.
Oh my god!
Unlele up close and personal, but the sad part is there's simply not enough time to defuse the bomb. Be an off note, but how little I've seen M44 action. I mean, I've seen the silence before, but M44, the regular one, absent.
Yeah, I sort of bounce between the two. I'm an enjoyer of the A4, but every now and again, circumstances just feel like they require that suppressor, that A1S. I think a lot of players at the moment at this level do favor it. It's what is happening right now. Whilst they're being met with tons of resistance on Banana, James is just single-handedly creating space for them on A. The impact that is being delivered by this AWP is unbelievable. He's found all 3 kills in the round. And whilst he was just on a side quest, the primary objective was towards B. He's actually the one to win it for them. PARIVISION are going to make this 4. ECSTATIC don't even want to attempt the rotate. Going in blind, maybe their demise as the AK send it through. The 5-7 lines up a couple of heads, but it's only the body shots that convert onto Casillo. AK, makes a real meal of that. Does deny the plant. That could be enough, you know. Asira's still here. tucked behind the coffin. Oh, needed to escape.
Maybe not as much as the nades, but the spam that the players on the CT side can just pull off. Especially on a map like this, where, yeah, the spams can be super effective. Unlilla snatching AW.
It's a big entry. An advantage at an important time. HE is going to do massive damage, but Nota will inflict a whole lot more. That's the B site crumbled. And no attempt at a rotation screams a 6th round here for PARIVISION. Belchanok, if the railing wasn't there, I think would have tried to lurk out of the apartments, but the latest update, the newest iteration here of Inferno stops that possibility. He just has to stay tucked here in the apartments. But calling the information that he's heard no steps, no attempt at a rotation, no attempt at a retake. He says to his teammates, we got money. Let's try and hunt for this. He'll do exactly that. Flashes in. And he'll go for the crunch.
Oh. Here we go. Nut. And so, an explosion. Meanwhile, the hunt is still on. Oh man, that pit position so powerful. And for the late round, look at TMB. Wow, that's such an aggressive. Oh, Belchanok's thinking, what? I'm not seeing things. That's a CT player. There we go. Thank you, Jane, for getting that frag. Belchanok could have gone down to Nut. And now PARIVISION doesn't have a lot of time. 20 seconds. They've gone back all towards A. No, they're going back towards B. Oh my goodness. I don't think there's enough time.
Yeah, this is cutting it incredibly fine. If Analele can delay at all here, I think it might be enough. Perhaps not. He's found the kill, but the bomb's recovered and tapped in at the final second. Sierra lands a smoke spam, and it's not onto the right player. The C4 ticking away. Nota tucked down in pool. Flash comes over the top, won't blind anybody, falls a bit short. Nota's waiting for his moment to pounce. Here's the first coming in from CT. Adjustment on the second's gorgeous. And Christu's sniper, does hit a lovely shot, but realizes there's no time, there's no hope. He'll go down. Wow. Cello should go down with a ship as well. Bomb goes boom. He might be far enough away. Yeah, he is.
They tried beforehand, but now they're like, yeah, we'll just play it safe. Opera Christo, please find success. And he does.
It's a massive start. They would have heard AW take a tick from that molly as well, so know that there's more close and HE will follow. Big damage inflicted. Flashbang to come around the corner. They're going to keep pressing, actually splitting up the defense here. Analele stuck behind the smoke. He's got to try and play through it. Christu threads the needle, but it's all about the distraction. It doesn't matter that he whiffs the shot because Analele emerges and doubles down. The scary position is AW, but there's surely no chance he finds 5 here. He will just stay tucked. And the AWP is aware. Oh my god, Christu, that is beautiful.
Come on, James. Oh, okay. No chance for James.
There's no way they peek this dry, surely. Oh my god, they do! How does he get away? How does he get away?
That's unbelievable. Unlilla, now he's gonna have to step up. What's going on? Nota so quick. TMB spamming away. He's gonna run out of bullets anytime soon. Meanwhile, reinforcements can arrive quickly. Doesn't do anything at all. So for PARIVISION, they need to wait just a couple more seconds to get into the side, but Farah will try to move in quickly. Nota with the spam. Syra getting his.
Oh my god.
Syra with a response. And where is James? He's on the other side of the map, bro.
PARIVISION having to reinvest here. You've got a couple of players down to 0 or near enough to it. If ECSTATIC can pull this off, PARIVISION have no money and they have a real chance. That's a big entry from Christo again.
Yeah. That's cool to see. I really have some more confidence in Banana. Look at the nades as well. AW simply unaware of it. DMB, lovely spam, getting both players. You could see some of those PARIVISION players just got a little bit more complacent just because they haven't been pressured in Banana in a long, long time. Nota though, there you go, great position. Optimal to get a frag on Lele. Of course, Christo is close by. And Belchinok, I mean, a player that has been performing really damn well for PARIVISION, but still it's a 4v1. Might be given a chance, though. It looks like he's just being given isolated duels one by one. Belchinok knows there's a player moving in from behind as well. So quick on the trigger, but eventually takes the hit.
Here he's doing the lifting. Sierra down in Boiler. Easy pick onto Jame. Once again, the first to drop. Zanalele wants a piece of this pie as well.
Oh. Again, the fast play in Banana. Oh my gosh. Both players could get caught out, but it's just the one. Great incendiary usage.
The fact that he actually took out the full HP man as well. Analela was running away with 4 points of health. And TMB just swung to kind of provide that support. He somehow gets his head stripped off his shoulders. AWP connects, but it's not lethal. Belchinok returns the favor. Bullet into the chest will suffice. Christu still low, but it's Sierra to catch out the cross. Christu's going to start... sorry, Nutnut's going to start to rotate over, but it's not needed. Analele doubles down. That's 3 in the round. And that's not because they want the Julies out. There's still 5 Glocks. They've just got multiple smokes, a molly, a couple of flashes. Presence here as they come through second mid. Casillo and Belchinok are the answer. And this is the perfect counter from PARIVISION, especially up against unarmored opponents.
I've been seeing these plays actually more and more often. I feel like, you know, the CT's just running down mid. Oh, Nota. That's kind of awkward. I mean, he's going to get caught out. AW. Okay. Lovely shots with the USB. I hope he can move in just a little bit quickly. Might actually get that bomb planted, but first he needs to eliminate that player. Oh, gets the frag on AW. Bomb plant is looking pretty good, but Belchinok. Oh my god. That was close. Way too close. So absolutely. They're just going to wait, you know. They're just going to wait their sweet time. Oh, that's a change up. That could actually change up the entire plan because I felt like they would have returned towards A site, but now with that pick, B remains an option. Yeah.
Nota's going to be here in library. He'll hear TMB, but this might actually bait him into a false sense of security because ECSTATIC have taken the opportunity to just head out onto B, an open site. PARIVISION, realistically, should be wanting to go for a retake here, but I don't think they will.
Or need damage now. PARIVISION not unleashing the utility just yet. There we go. It's about damn time. Incendiary's flying in. You got James. Oh my god. AW. That's okay. That's not that big of a deal. That's not that big of a deal because you got Belchinok. Of course. Who else did not? Belchinok to get a triple frag. Silo as well. I don't know why I wanted to call you John at one point. I kind of mixed that as kind of John. But it's okay. It's been a lengthy day. It's been a lengthy day, Joshua. Anyhow, these teams as well. It's been a journey. Unlila, oh, so blind. Unable to see a damn thing, and it's awful. It's a terrible start. ECSTATIC have gone for the purchase. They thought that all they needed now was weaponry. Give us the big guns. And once we have those guns, we'll finally deliver some important rounds. But the problem is, guns are there, but the players, well, not sure what the strategy is, but with one player going down, it's already quite a difficult 4v5. Belchinok, though, might be tested. Backs away instantly.
So much damage has been inflicted here. Despite the man disadvantage, it still feels plausible for ECSTATIC. Sierra has found an important one. That's over towards the A side of things. It pulls away the rotations. It keeps PARIVISION on their toes. The C4 still leaning here towards the B site, though. Locked in on Banana. Christu's going to deploy the smoke, and they are going to commit to this. But PARIVISION have the right idea. AW's on the site. 2 coming in from CT. Sierra's still smashing heads elsewhere. There's still time to pull the plug on this, but they're not going to. They're walking straight into the bear trap. Oh, no.
Oh, I think that's got to be it. That has got to be the end for ECSTATIC. Syra, you have been amazing in the clutch, but this 1v2 seems like completely something else. It's making a lot of noise. AW.
Oh my god!
Oh! I can't believe he almost pulls it off. Now left in a 1v2.
Oh my god, he does pull it off! An indicator, quite an obvious one that we're here on Inferno with all the early util damage that's been inflicted round after round. But out onto the A-bomb site, it's Sierra to carve a path once again. He's good for 2, a third required. Belchanok tucks himself down in the mini pit, and Alele is the one to deliver that blow. As Nota looks to try and emerge through the Moto smoke, realizes that that's not really possible, thinks better of it, and backs away. There's no money here. PARIVISION are also in this sort of infinite money glitch position where alongside the loss bonus, they will just be able to continue to buy pretty much. TMB out into pools, spots the barrel of AW, spans through first oranges, ends up with another head. Nota down, Casillo last man standing. I don't think they were really expecting a third here on the B site, but they're ready for him regardless. And TMB is the one to dispatch. Belchanok and Jame, again, nothing they can bring to the table here. Jame didn't even bother rotating. Sierra's got a free kill onto him. That is your punishment for not trying to bail your teammates out. As Belchanok, last man standing with the M4, his primary objective is try and get to that AWP, but I'm not sure Sierra's going to allow it. They know where he is as well. At least they've got a decent idea of it. Flashbang in. Sierra. Yeah, nice and easy. Brilliant stuff from him again.
We can play this one safe. Not gonna overcommit in Banana just yet. You're gonna wait for some more counter utility, but it's really not gonna happen because there's no one in Banana. Speaking of which, though, Cielo
will attempt the spam. A tiny bit of damage, but not enough. And now here comes the crunch. AW fully blinded, cooking in the flames. Belchanok up on the balcony, traded out. But AW's done his job. He's done it brilliantly. Jame rocks up for another. Casillo shuts it down. And PARIVISION are through to the LAN. You can see.
What a surprise. Guns for $1 yet again. Not tired? Stop wasting time and money on junk. With Hellcase, your inventory will turn into a fairy tale. Be smart like the terrorist.